In this video, I'll be showing you about your connectivities. For example, promoting to the PDC, Active Directory, domain services. So on the left is my Windows 7 virtual machine, and on the right is my Windows 2008 virtual machine, which is our server. First, we'll do it with the Windows 7. We're going to open Network and Sharing Center. We then go to Chain, Advanced Sharing Settings. On this, you make sure that your network discovery is on. You make sure that your file and printer sharing is on. You go down. You make sure public folder sharing is on. This file sharing can stay at the default. Password sharing, password protected sharing is off. The rest can stay at the default. And you click save. But since I already have mine saved, I wouldn't need to click save. Then I will go over to Windows 2008 and you do the same thing. Now, since my printer sharing is no printer has been installed on this virtual machine, it wouldn't pop up. But if yours are, you could turn it on. But you do the same thing here. Network discovery on, file sharing on, public sharing on. Your next step is to go into the command prompt. So you go to start, it's here already, so I'll click it. And you're about to ping your machine. So you type in ping, and you're going to type in a loopback address, which is 127.0.0.1. Now I have just pinged my machine. Your next step is to type in IP config/all. This is to see your interface is set up, to make sure that interface is set up and stuff. As you can see, your IP version 4 address here, your subnet mask and stuff here. Now you go over to the Windows 7 machine and you do the same. You go into your command prompt. I will type in PMD for short. You ping your machine. Type back in the loopback address. And let's see. Alright. Then you type back in IP config/all. Now, your next step is to see that the Windows Server 2008 could ping your Windows 7 machine. But the best thing first you have to turn off. You don't actually have to, but I would recommend it that you turn off your virtual machine. Boot virtual machine and go to the settings. Go back out to the settings. Before I continue this video, as you can see, I updated my Oracle VM machine because the previous one I had didn't install with the correct features to continue the video. Now your two machines are up and running. The next step is to go into your network and sharing, and then we go and check the settings to make sure that nothing has changed. And as you can see, some things has changed. Now we turn back on network discovery, we turn back on file and printing sharing. Scroll down. This can stay at the default, and yes, I keep password protected sharing off. Save. We go back over now to your Windows 2008 server and also check here to see if anything has changed. As you can see, nothing has changed. Now our next step is to see if the server could ping the client. Alright, so our next step is just to go into the command prompt. I'll open it on both Windows I'll be using it for both windows. Type in ipconfig /all. Type it in ipconfig /all. I type in ipconfig /all, so I'll be able to see my IP address. I'll be using my IP version 4 address, which is this one right here. And I will type in ping, and I'll type in my IP address, which is 192.168.56.101. Enter. And as you can see, I've just pinged the client. Now, my next step is to see if the client can ping the server. So let's go here underneath here. I'll scroll back up here so I'll be able to see my IP address, because I wouldn't remember it offhand. And we type in ping dot 192.168.56.102. And let's see. And yes, I've successfully pinged my server. So our next step is to go into our network neighborhood. So the next step is just to go to your network neighborhood. You're going to start, click network, and now you can see that you're seeing my Windows 8 2008 server, and you're seeing my Windows 7. Now I'm going over to my Windows 7 machine to see if I will see it also. I'm going to computers, we're going to network, and you're also seeing it here. So now we can see that we successfully connected Windows 7, and we also successfully connected Windows 2008. Now our next step is to go and promote Windows 2008 to a domain controller. So we go into the server manager, which you can click this icon right here, or go to the start menu and type it, and you'll see right on top here, server manager. We then go down to roles, and we add roles. We then go into server roles. When you're on server roles, you then click onto Active Directory Domain Services. You also click on the DNS server and also file service. Now mine's already selected and installed by the default, so I wouldn't be able to go through here because it's already installed. But you click here and then you go on to confirm, and you go stage by stage. You could check and then you click install. After it's been installed, we see a link underneath which will lead you to a DC promo. But now, since mine is already selected and installed by default, I cannot select that, so I had to go manually. So I go into my command prompt and I type in DC promo, enter, and I could also just click start and also click DC promo, and the same thing will pop up here. The link will also lead you to this application, so you wouldn't need to worry. Then click next. Click next again. We create a new domain in a forest, so we click that. This is the stage to set up a PDC, a primary domain controller. Now you can name it whatever you want, but I was taught to keep it simple, so I will keep it simple. So my name is Devon, so I'll name it devon.com, and I will click next. So you'll let this load, and after it download I will come back. After I finish load, you will then come across to set your forest functional level. Now, if you're unsure in what level to select, it's always better to select the lowest level because it's easier to promote than to demote. But since I am using Windows 8 2008, I will be clicking Windows Server 2008. Now you click next. You let this load as well. Now I can click next, but because my TNS server service is already installed on the server, but if yours has not, global catalog will always be at the default and DNS server is always automatically selected. So you will just need to click next as well. Let me click yes, dynamic. I'm going to let this load for a while. So after I finish load, you then click yes. Click next. You choose your password. You click next again. You can go through if you want. You'll be able to go through this. Make sure. And then you click next. We allow this to load. This may take a while. I'm also going to pause and come back to this. After you then click finish, and then you go restart. When it boots back up, this will be booted up as a primary domain controller. Now after your VM is finished restarted, you'll come back here and you'll notice that it's no longer a part of a workstation and now a part of a domain called Devon. Well, I named mine Devon, so that is so why it will be Devon. So you type back in your password. Our next step is to go into our network and sharing center to make sure that our network discovery efforts haven't been changed, and as you can see, nothing has been changed. Our next step again is to go here, view status, properties, and we go into internet protocol version 4, and we click use the foreign IP address. We click that, and then we go to our command prompt or config, IP config, sorry, /all, and you're typing your information here. Alright, so I paused the video so I could neaten up the screen so you could see better. So you go back again. Since you click use the foreign IP address, type in your IP address. Mine, which is a ham version 4 IP address. It is 192.168.56.101. You type in your subnet mask, but usually your subnet mask will come up automatically, so you wouldn't have to change it. As you can see, 255.255.255.0, 255.255.2550. Alright, so you can see my DNS is a loopback address, so we're going to change that and put that as my IP address. It is 192.168.55.101. And make sure and click OK, because if you don't click OK, it wouldn't save. So I'm about to set up a trust relationship before I move the machine into the domain. So I'm going into my start menu. I'm going to right click computers. I went to my properties to make sure that you see that my domain is devon.com. Our next step is to go into the start menu again, administration tools, and then we go into Active Directory users and computers. So now I'll go over to my Windows, open up start machine again, go into computers and go into my network. Now I'm coming back over to my
the video. Like I said,
my Windows 2008, going into the domain devon.com.
For the Windows,
we click on computers
on the domain,
and then
this is like a trust
right click
between the two.
and then click new computers. Now I will have to type in my Windows 7 machine, which is Devon. I just have my Windows 7 machine name as Devon, so type in Devon and also I will click OK.
So we're about to create a robust model. So you right click on the properties, delegation. We click here, trust this computer for delegation to any service robust only. So then you click OK. So by doing this, we set up a user account on the machine here. This is the do apologize for accidentally pausing the video. Like I said, this is making a user account on the domain for the Windows 7 to make a user account on the domain, and this is like a trust relationship between the two.
So our next step is to go into the command prompt. So I'll open it on both machines quick. Alright, so I'm gonna type in ipconfig, and I'm about to let the Windows 2008 machine ping the Windows 2007 machine. Even though I did this already, I'm doing it again because if these two machines can't see each other, it will cause me a lot of problems in the future to come, in steps to come. So I'm just gonna make sure. So I'm typing png ping, and I'll type in the IP address version 4 for the Windows 2007, that which is 192.168.56.103. Yes, this machine is seeing this machine. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna type in the IP address for the Win 2008 over here. So I'm gonna make sure that the client is also seeing the server. So I'm gonna type in ping the IP address for this one, which is 192.168.56.101. Yes, so they are both are seeing one another. So now I can close this down, and I'm going into my start menu on my Windows 2008, going to network, and as you can see that my Windows 2007 is a part of a work group still, but we want it to be under the domain called Devon. So we're going over to the Windows 2007 virtual machine, right click on computer, click properties, change settings. We go down over here and we click change. We click domain. Now you have to type in the domain, which my domain is devon.com. So when you type in the domain, they're going to ask you for a user account, your username, and also a password. So you click OK. You see you get your username and your password. So now you're going to type in your username and your password. Your password. Alright, now they say welcome to devon.com domain. You must restart your computer to apply to these changes. You click OK and start your machine, or the box will come up and you click restart now. Yeah, so now my Windows 7 machine is boot back up, has start back up. So take a look over to the Windows 2008 machine and you'll notice that it is no longer, my Windows 7 machine is no longer a part of a work group, and now it's a part of the domain named Devon. So we'll go back to the Windows 7, so we log in, so you type in your username. Also type in your password. Alright, so I'll go back into my network and sharing center just to make sure that everything is back on the network
network discovery and so forth is on and so forth. So as you can see, it's off. So we turn back on network discovery, we turn on file and printing and sharing at the default, and also alright, so everything else can stay at the default, and click save changes. Alright, and if for some reason password sharing, protected sharing pops up, you could take that off. So yeah, so next, so this has come to the end of my video for connectivities. Look out for roaming profiles, my home folder, and how to set up a user account. Thank you for watching. Enjoy.